Far beyond the last glimmer of city light, in the heart of the Pacific, life is measured not by clocks, but by shifts, by tides, and by the calls you make to the ones who keep your heart anchored. This is where stories are forged, not of fleeting moments, but of enduring hope. It is summer on the Pacific. Chau, a middle-aged man weathered by years of salt and steel, sits in the crew quarters, phone in hand. The screen flickers, stabilizes, and there they are, his family. A small boy, barely 20 months old, breaks into a smile, his voice stumbling over the word Papa. Chau's own smile blooms, as if the vast ocean between them had suddenly folded into nothing. For a few minutes, he is not on an oil rig, not in steel-toed boots, not surrounded by the growl of engines and the salt-thick air. He is home, at his table, in his living room, his son's eyes reflecting his own. Then, the call ends. The cabin feels heavier. The hum of machinery grows louder. Chau exhales, sets down his phone, and walks toward another 12 hours of work. Out here, the sun is merciless. The rare rain that falls vanishes before it touches the deck, broken into steam mid-air. Some say the raindrops never reach the ocean. They are swallowed whole by the heat. By the ship's side, a thick steel anchor lies idle. Even in its strength, it seems weary. Rust blooms across its surface, red and gold, like beads of sweat on skin. The air is so heavy it clings, not just to the body, but to the mind. And yet the work does not stop. Every bolt, every pipe, every line must be checked, tightened, maintained. Because out here, small mistakes have large consequences. Night is a gift. A thin breeze slips across the decks, cool enough to remind them of evenings back on shore. The men remove their heavy coveralls, their boots that have stomped the steel decks for 12 relentless hours. In the break room, the air tastes faintly of metal and coffee. For offshore workers, the end of a shift is more than a pause in labor. It is a bridge back to the world they miss. They open their phones, scroll through pictures, watch videos sent from home. Far away, the city glows. Streetlights scatter gold across the pavement. Cars pass in streaks of red and white. The air hums with voices, laughter, the music of festivals. Here, through a small screen, that life feels close. The distance shrinks. The men's faces are lit not by fluorescent bulbs, but by the glow of a world they will return to, eventually. It is here the story of the little match girl comes to mind. A child in the cold, striking matches one by one to glimpse warmth she could not keep. Each flame was a promise that died as quickly as it was born. But here, on this rig, hope is different. For the match girl, each spark was fragile, fading, stolen by the wind. For these men, hope is an anchor. It is the certainty that after weeks at sea, there will be embraces waiting at the dock. Her flames flickered and died, their lights endure. Not because the sea is gentle, it is not, but because their work turns into energy, flowing back to shore, into the homes they miss, the streets they remember, the future they imagine. They work 6 months a year, not continuously, but in stretches that change them. Wrinkles deepen, hair turns silver sooner than it should. Time moves differently out here, measured in shifts and storms, in sunrises and departures. Some leave, others stay, generation after generation, keeping the offshore lights alive. Nam, a young automation engineer, closes his diary. Outside, the wind brushes against the rig. Salt hangs in the air, coating every surface in a fine white film. The waves keep moving, challenging the will and ingenuity of those who live between sea and sky. Nam believes these flames will never fade. They are not matchlight, they are lighthouses. This is only the beginning. In the next chapters, you will walk beside Chau and Nam through storms and stillness, work and longing. You will see what it means to live far from shore, and why, out here, hope is not a flicker. It's a fire that never dies.